All right, got all the blinky lights, things are on, and I think it's all working. Hooray. First things first, I have a cat who is trying to get on my desk, so that could happen in just a moment. Second, nothing. So, we're picking up with Stanley Parable, and I made a little bit of a mistake. I forgot that this game really likes with you. So, last time I booted the game, it asked me to put in the time clock and said, okay, great, next time put in your favorite time. Well, now I've put in my favorite time, which happened to be, well, it's not 7:43 right now, but that's when it was when I booted up the game. So let's go and see what it wants to do here. All right. Well, it was accurate, now it is not. It was at the time, so mark it as accurate. Let's see. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Is it, though? I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh, God. Well, I know what we're doing when we come back from BRB. Okay. So I don't remember what all we did or haven't done, so I might use a flow chart. And let's see. Okay, there's something I can look at real quick. Yep. The end is never the end is never the end. All right. And here we are, the parabling of Stanley.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
So
decided
I
to
want
go
to
to
look
the
and
meeting
see.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Apparently, one of the things you can do is if like a station is asking for input, you can cycle through all of them. It'll do something. But that doesn't seem to happen every playthrough, so... Okay, we're not going to be able to do that this time. We will start the new content door soon. The first thing I want to do
When
involves
Stanley
going up to
came
my
a
manager's
set of two
office.
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not
Feeling
getting
a wave of
fired.
disbelief,
Talk less.
Stanley
Do
decided to go up
unbelievably
to his
amazing
boss's
work all the time,
office,
every day, with no
hoping he might
expectation
find
of
an answer
promotional
there.
recognition. Step 3, don't get fired. Oh, the broom closet is still here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Does it not remember that we did this before?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so what I want to test is there's something you can do here at your boss's office. And I think it depends on if the door's shut behind you.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Checking
guarded
something.
the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of
Okay, I think I've already messed up the solution for that.
all
try
of his
this again.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, are we in the Ultra Deluxe content now, or is this still the classic Stanley stuff? I think technically, I'm not actually sure. There is a particular ending I'm trying to trigger, and I sort of know the general idea of how to get there, but, like, I just screwed it up. Oh, but we will be doing the new content door very, very soon. And by that, I mean, if I screw this up again, then I'll try the new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. on
Also,
his
good to
head.
see you, Sky. So supposedly, so I do have a flowchart open because I've done most of the base endings. There are a couple I don't quite know.
Stanley decided to go
So I do have a
up to the
flowchart
boss's
open because I'm
office.
tired
And
of
coming to a
retreading
staircase,
ground.
Stanley walked
And
upstairs
apparently,
to his boss's office.
you can, quote, back out of going to your boss's office. And I don't know what that means. Because if you walk in far enough, the doors will shut. And of course, the amazing painting of putting a gun to a panda's head. Wait, I wonder if I can... No, I can't leave. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. This is satire, folks. Extreme bathrooms. Amazing. I do hope that man gets a wedgie. I can go this way. I know we did the elevator before. Maybe this has something to do with it. Glowing paper. Are we trapped? Nope, we're exactly where we left off. Okay. What is... Okay, I'm gonna look up the name of this ending. Let's see. The ending that occurs when he goes through his boss's office, then walks backwards, disabling the narrator. Obtaining the ending. Exit Stanley's office, pick the one along, go upstairs. Enter it slowly, then quickly step back when the doors begin to close. Okay, so there is an element of timing to this.
Stepping in.
Aha, we did it. Aha, and now this door is open. What mischief will we get into today? We could go this way. We have broken the sequence. Okay, so do we have to go back to the starting area, or are we supposed to go down the stairs? Okay, well, we can't go through the door to the right, so... We were supposed to go this way. Somebody spilled the coffee. Eh. Hey, look. I hate Mondays. Does this cat have an office? Oh, no worries, Nerdzilla. We are just about to, Oh, this is a different door. How did it know it's Monday? Oh, this game loves to fuck with you. Also, it always says, I hate Mondays. Yeah, Nerdzilla, we are doing the ending where, I went into the boss's office, but then backed out before the narration finished. So, I know the title of this ending, but not what it entails. The only door available to us is into the infinite void. Mondays, am I right? Huh. You are now leaving. Okay. There's an elevator. Oh, is this the... I wonder if this is where the boss's elevator goes. Well, except we've already established the boss's elevator goes absolutely nowhere. Stanley Freedom? Escape pod bay, floor 760. We have a lot of stairs to climb. 755. Nothing here. $7.56. Okay. I bet this one's going to be $7.58. I was wrong. At least this isn't the Shinra Tower. I would not put it past this game to make you walk up 100 flights of stairs for one of the endings. I would not put it past it. $7.59. Wait, that implies that this building is at least 760 stories tall. Escape pod launch bay 3. Imagining the new content is just a 100 floor tower. That reminds me, Sky, you'll appreciate this. So, back when when I was a younger lad, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie was coming out. No one really knew what to expect from it, and there was a rumor going around certain parts of the Interbutts. We called it the Interbutts back then, where for 15 minutes of the movie, it was just going to be like Frylock, Master Shake, and Meatwad just lying on the floor in their living room, not doing anything for 15 minutes. And I wouldn't put it past them to do that. Escape. Oh, a thingy. Oh. We step into the escape pod. I think. The end is never the end. That it? Well, I guess we escaped. Hooray. Was that it? Okay, well, that's one more ending. Let's see. What else is on the fluid chart? Okay, we've done 2 more endings to go. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, 3 actually. Are there? Because I've done the exit, so I'm looking at a flow chart on my side. Well, here, let's pull this up real quick. Here we are. Okay. So now that I've gone through most of the base game, like, you know, I played it a bunch and I'm using a flowchart for the rest. So if I recall correctly, we've done the reluctant ending because that's where you just close the door to your office. Let's see, we've done the... Okay, the death ending is where you die in the warehouse. We've done that. Confusion is if you go through the maintenance. There is, in fact, a freedom ending. In fact, the freedom ending is the sort of canonical ending? Question mark? If you do everything the narrator tells you like a good boy, you get the freedom ending. What we just did was the escape pod ending. There's one more new ending in Ultra Deluxe without going through the new content door. Okay. Well, Nerdzilla, I will trust your guidance on this, if you don't mind.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, let me see about the...
Stanley decided to go to
No,
the
no
meeting
input
room.
screens.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Climb out the office window. There's an open window? Okay. I'd never noticed there was an open window. Now I'm looking for windows. Wait, how do we climb out the window? Because we can't jump.
To a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left or right, buddy? Suppose I could start with right and always double back through maintenance, if it is that way. Left. Oh, never mind. Okay. That's a closed window. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Are there any windows past this point? Oh, okay. Up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Oh, I
walked
guess wonder is
upstairs
it
to his
through
boss's office.
is it through the elevator? Is it possibly in the bathroom? No, we can't climb on the turlet. The window I mentioned is at the very start. Okay, but we can do another ending here. Oh, okay. Okay, I assume manager's office. Yep, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the buttons. I believe it's 2, 8, 4, 5.
Office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
2,
Not
8,
a living
4,
soul
5.
anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single
Ooh.
minute to just let the narrator
Chianti.
talk. That
Fancy.
kind of anxiety
Ow.
isn't healthy. So he relaxed.
Derek, good
for
to
a
see
few
you.
moments
Thank you for the
with
customary
some
greeting.
calming New Age music.
Calming new age music. Also, Al, thank you for the customary greeting.
Feeling
I feel so
soothed
calm.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so we go through here, and we have to go down the elevator. Let's see. I will make you into a stew that is an allegory for a moral lesson. I love stew. Go down the elevator, then go back up the elevator. I see. Oh, that's true. If they don't take the option away, you can still do it the other way. Interesting. What amazing things will we find
Descending
down
deeper
here?
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, fun fact, the next time I play this game, I'll get an achievement that'll took a decade to get legitimately. Oh, do you getting the go outside achievement? Stanley answers the call to
Never mind.
the call to adventure
Stanley
and changes his
actually got
mind.
back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Well. Okay. There's something over here. Nope. I do like the listing of the achievements for this game. We've gotten a number of them. I wonder if the game has a way to tell if you cheated and messed with the game clock. Or not the game clock, the system clock. Link Plus. Ooh, cursed cotton candy. Anybody want some cotton candy? Disclaimer, do not eat while installation. It'll end very, very poorly for you. Guardian, good to see you. I'm like 99% sure people got it illegitimately earlier. Yeah, I'm sure they did. The good news is that Windows being Windows, by with their system clock, they probably something else up and then they had to fix it. Hooray! Wait a second. Why would you put insulation bats on an interior wall? You don't strictly need to do that. That's not required for building code, at least not in America. But there I go, talking about building
Here we
construction
are,
again.
Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Hooray.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
I'm exercising
This has
agency.
fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
What? What do I hit the keypad? 2, 8, 4, 5. What do we do it backwards? 2, 8, 4, 5. 5, 4, 8, 2. Damn. Okay. Is there anything else to do here? Well, here, I'll just play it out. Checking a thing. Feet, no, left. Catwalk, museum. Oh, you know what? The flowchart I was using is not for Ultra Deluxe, so I don't know. Do we just continue? I guess so. I don't see any other options. The ending isn't covered by the flowchart because it's new. Right, yeah, I'm using an old flowchart. Is there anything else to do here, or do we just go back down the elevator again? Oh. Go back down. Okay. This was worth it.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Oh, I wonder if the elevator lets us go up again. I'm just going to keep doing this.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
Nope.
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense
know, right?
is killing me.
What could it possibly be?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
My God.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Ow. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Oh God! Ow! Ow! Please hold. Please hold my kidneys. Ow! Thank you.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay, well, back down the elevator.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean,
'Cause I'm
sure, now
smart.
it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Wouldn't it be
A breath of
revelatory?
fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Well, chap, you know what we're gonna do now. He's British, so he talks weird. Well, that just means he doesn't have to pronounce any T's. That's all.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
They spell
But the
color wrong.
suspense,
Oh, they spell lots
the
of things
agony
wrong.
Waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Nerdzilla, where's the lie?
There
Tell
we
me,
go.
where's the lie?
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
Give me that narrative
Why aren't we
foreplay.
given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
Excuse me, it's
For
called
me,
playtesting.
This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered.
See, the game thinks it's trolling me. I'm actually appreciating the galvanized metal texture on this pipe right here.
Which is why we're so starved for content that
Look
makes
at that
us feel
galvanized
sharp
pipe.
and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
You know how soon that thing will be corroding? Frickin' never.
In the face of tradition, you're a role model, you know.
Pipe.
People look up to you, which is why. Oh,
I
I
love
didn't
pipe.
know when to spring this on you, but well, I've gathered a little press conference for
Oh,
you,
I should pay attention.
so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot.
Yeah, I
to
would
the
never
folks
live
who
stream
have been
this.
Following you from the beginning, they really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the
They like
kind
me.
of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh.
Oh, good, we're here.
Oh, this is in fact different. I was expecting the boss's office again.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference.
Oh god! Ow! Ow! Oh wait, Derek says they pronounce aluminum wrong, specifically because they thought Americans were stupid and they needed to sound more posh. I mean, we are stupid. But everyone's stupid. World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. I'd want to hear from the guy who got back from Mars, frankly. The whole world is stupid. Yep. All the world is mad. You need a sacrificial anode, otherwise it will corrode eventually, and they need to replace that anode every so often. I just realized I don't think I've ever changed the anode rod in my water heater. Be right back. Well, too late now. Homeowner problems, right? World peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is.
Stanley
Just
Parable
through this
Stanley,
door.
live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Oh. Play clip won't work right now. Don't even try it, Nerdzilla. Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. Oh, hey, it's the robot arm as featured in Iron Man. World piss, baby.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you.
They have spent
Go
so
get
much
'em.
time and effort trolling on this. I love this game. Remember where you came from, your co-workers. What else we got? I want to read all the things. The Storyteller. Stanley reveals all in his new book. Up Again, Down Again, The Stanley Story. Break a Leg Champ. I love the way you ride elevators. Story. Stanley, me, Dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Oh wait, we have 2 notes from our boss. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. All right, let's give them what they want. The dude who came up with pizza. Oh my god, I would love to hear a keynote by the dude who came up with pizza. Freaking love pizza. All right, here we go. Wowee. You always have to imagine how amazing that keynote was. You really had to be there. Oh my god. There are like, okay, so I don't really make a habit of breaking games, per se, air quotes breaking, but like, I just love the back and forth. Like, you fuck with the narrator fucks with you fuck with the narrator again, the narrator fucks with you again. This is fantastic. I can't believe I slept on this game for so long. Now climb out the window.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm looking for a window to climb. I don't see... this window right here?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't see... You can climb on the desk. Through one of the chairs. Okay, I'm looking for a climbable chair. Ah, here we go. No? Diffic? Ah, there we go. Oh. Later, losers.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So,
Mom's a structural narrative
here,
trope.
What do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question.
Superliminal vibe right now. I've never played Superliminal.
You told me that you wanted this to stop. Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I don't know. I haven't done the other one
Imagine if you
yet.
had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Game
Indeed,
completionists.
you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, I was waiting for him to finish talking. I have not played Superliminal, but I believe... Let me check something real quick. I believe I actually just got gifted a copy of it. Pulling up my Steam library. Here we go, making bad decisions again. Oh, we've already made like 2 or 3 really bad decisions, Giselle. The best decision we ever made was taking the escape pod. Yeah, okay. TP, I do have a copy of Superliminal, and I believe I might be saving that for the month of October because that one's kind of horror adjacent. Well, yeah, it's liminal horror. Yeah, I may play that in October. Are you sick of this gag? Chat, what do you think? Are we sick of this gag? You know what? I'm not going to do a poll because now I'm sick of this gag. You already said no, so it's done. Oh, so we have to force exit the game. Or, well, end the run. Give me one moment. Tickle at the back of my throat. Try again, but say yes. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to see the other option. Begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Whee!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Hooray,
So,
meta-narrative.
Now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Hydrate.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah, I'm sick of this gag.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
I'm no
Any of
quitter.
these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Hey.
What Stanley liked most was buttons.
Yeah,
He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
I love buttons.
He did it all day in a meaningful way.
Mm-hmm.
But his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Hooray. Oh, he's not done. I know the answer. Well, I don't actually know the answer. He don't know me very well, do he? Yeah, there's kind of a Bugs Bunny setup there, isn't there? Okay, we're gonna give it 1 or 2 more loops, and then I'll, I think I can take the hint. I think at this point it just loops into infinity. You know, I could take a BRB here and just leave it on the game. It does end eventually. Okay. Well, folks, if we're here doing this for the next 20 minutes, y'all have Nerdzilla to blame. Uh-oh. Oh, I think we broke him. I think that's it. I think that's the ending. Okay. Well, and a 1 and a 2. Okay, I thought maybe pausing and unpausing would do something. It did not. All right, begin the game again. One more ending to go. Find the computers with a waiting input. I was trying to find that earlier. I'm not sure if it happens every time.
This story to my co-workers, Stanley thought.
First is at desk 419. Is that always available or is it random?
Laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
419. Okay, I've seen this one before. Input received. 419. And I think when one computer activates, you have to go find another. Now begin the game again. Okay. Do we just keep going back to 419? Is it always that one?
Through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need.
Next is
If I can make it through
423.
this door, I can make it through them all.
24. Okay. Then restart the game.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after.
That's different.
Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Next is just outside the boss's office. Okay. I do appreciate the walkthrough on this part, Nerdzilla, because, like, I did notice that waiting for input before.
When Stanley
And,
came to a set of 2 open doors,
well, when
he
nothing
opened the
immediately
door and
happened,
left.
F if I was going to figure it out.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, just outside the boss's office. Input received. And a 1 and a 2.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Next
What
is
could it mean?
434.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. And lastly, is it our office? It is. We did it. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Are we dead? Wait, congratulations, you fucking died? Wowee. Buttons. So many buttons. Wow. This is heaven. Oh my god, that is the chanting, isn't it? That's all there is to it. Oh, and they do recharge after a time. Okay. I was about to say, I wonder if there's an achievement for hitting every button, and now I see that it is impossible. Buttons. Buttons. Anyway. It's not impossible if you're quick enough. TP, you've watched me play video games enough. I'm not that good. All right, well, why don't we take our first stab at the new content?
Someone was following Stanley.
Not
He
with
was
that
sure of
attitude,
it.
lol.
If he
Dude,
checked
we
over
can't
his
all get to
shoulder
like
now,
level
he would
31
surely
on a
catch
solo
them.
repo
It was
run.
only a matter of time.
I don't know that I could get to level 2 on a solo repo run. Okay, maybe 2.
Oh, new content?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, new content?
Ooh, hold on. Well, if there's not a I was just gonna, you know, F around and find out. Go back out that corridor. Go back out that corridor. I'm out in that corridor. Corridor was room 417. Close both doors. Oh.
Oh, and I guess this is where Stanley felt he needed to be right now, in this little hallway. Here, with no distractions, to study room 417. Not to actually enter it. No, 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 no. That would be far too forward.
It's fascinating.
Stanley wanted to know it from the outside. To see it not just with his eyes, but with his heart. He would know room 417 as no man or woman had ever known an office before. That ladder over there. Oh, and that little picture of a horizon or something. It's all just a never-ending parade of joy for Stanley.
Yay. Wow. Look at that. Room 417. Y'all believe it? What do you even say? Like it took them 416 tries, and then they finally got it. Wow, man. Okay, I'm tired of this bit. Okay, new content. A brave new world. A brave new parable. Ah! I'm back.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I do know.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of
That's
the
how they
game
make
for
video
consoles
games.
and home
I learned that in
computers.
art school.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
It's like steroids for video games.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Wowee.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
You know, for a second I thought, oh wow, the textures in this elevator are way higher, but they weren't.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh,
there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've
Let's
never
do it.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Come on. Come on.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We can jump! Holy shit! This is the best game ever! They finally added jumping back in! I know, right? What? Wait, that's all the jumps we had. There's no more jumping. Mother. And you wasted all your jumps. You know, there's a lesson to be learned here. And I'm not gonna learn it.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
You know, it didn't occur to me I was expecting something to happen when the jump counter ran out. It did not occur to me that that is how many jumps you get, and you will like it. And I just wasted them all like a freaking idiot.
Goodness.
What a dumbass. A fool. What a
Stanley,
rube.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this
You never
is
played
new
Mayro?
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Nice.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay, we got 2 bottomless pits. Well, technically it's the same bottomless pit and un bridge. Okay. Thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality
That is
assurance
totally
department
something I would
signed off on
do.
this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to...
Venga bus or burning through all your jumps in one go?
Personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I don't know, the new content's great.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, friend. Huh? Okay, this is in fact my beautiful chair. This is in fact my beautiful office. This is in fact my beautiful chair. What the hell is this? Hey, that's the old office. That's what I was expecting to find. Not this. Somewhere else.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Do we go up the stairs or do we go through the vent? Narrator is sus. Oh, this is a very sus narrator. You know what? I'm going to trust our narrator. Coffee nut. Don't nut in your coffee. Whee!
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe
Coffee
content
creamer.
turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I'm sorry, you're going to what? No, I'm saying don't. Don't do that. Oh God! Ow! Ooh. Wait a minute. Are we in Skyrim now? Did we do a Skyrim?
I call it the Memory Zone.
Ooh, this is
it's
pretty.
where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Did we just go from Stanley to Among Us to frickin' to fucking Elden Ring? Well, I mean, we already did like what else did they rip on? Like Firewatch and 1 or 2 other games. So why not have an Elden Ring? Maybe there'll be the big guy on horseback. Rocket League. Yes, I knew I was forgetting one. Thank you, Nerdzilla. Yeah, I like the Rocket League zone. That was fun.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back
Integrity.
then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The British Academy for Film and Television Arts awarded to Stanley Parable. That ending has different games in the original 2013 release. Oh, which games did they rip on then? 2013 when the Stanley Parable was released. Oh, hey, it's the old Steam page. Wowee. In a lot of ways, I genuinely, like, this is not a bit, I genuinely feel like the internet kind of reached its peak in a lot of ways in like 2013, 2014 or so. Like, yeah, the cracks were starting to form, but things hadn't collapsed yet. Our First Kiss, My First Car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. I have a coworker who would legit, like, unironically hold a particular game release in that kind of regard. The 2011 mod is a starting train station of Half-Life 2, and the 2013 release is Minecraft, then Portal. Oh, wow. The different museum. Smile because it happened. Bits of music. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Oh, they upped this for, oh, now I get it. Super Go Outside. Oh my god, they made a SpongeBob reference. I'm sure they did, but I don't know what reference that would be. Okay. The frame's $1. Oh! I don't know if that's specifically a SpongeBob reference. I remember in Breaking Bad, it was a very minor, well, not a very minor. It was a plot point in one episode about $1 framed up on the wall. It's Mr. Krabs' very first $1. Ah. Wait. Then was Breaking Bad ripping on SpongeBob? Because when spoilers for Breaking Bad, if you haven't watched it, when Walter White buys the car wash, you know, the former owner is telling him about the place. Watch the paint. I don't see any paint. But, no, I thought this was referring to Breaking Bad when Walter White buys the car wash and the former owner is like, you know, he had a framed, his first $1 bill that the place ever earned on the wall. And he was going to take it with him, but Walter was like, hey, I just bought the place and everything in it. I mean, it was Walter White waving his dick around, as he is wont to do. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Oh yeah, the 2013 game has a demo. It's a completely standalone experience that's just as silly. The My First $1 is also similar with DuckTales with Scrooge's First Dime, I think. Yeah, I feel like that sort of thing is... Maybe to call it a trope is a bit too strong, but I feel like, you know, a business's first $1, dime, what have you. I feel like that's a thing.
Je suis dans la mémorisation,
Oh no. Little Stanley. Oh, Seven's in chat for Little Stanley. Thank you, Sky.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
James Stephanie Sterling, thank God for them.
To be more than games, end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? every game ever created.
That is a
That's
sentence
how
James
grand
Stephanie
and
Sterling would write.
all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was
I know
all
those
of them.
words.
And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
But elevators are nice. Oh. Ah, Portal. Okay, you mentioned Portal. Buddy, narrator, friend. It could be worse. It could be Sonic 06. I never played Sonic 06, but I know the game by reputation. Hey, what's down here? Oh, nothing. Person of the year. Bleh. Wait, is this the level editor? Suppose it is. The original remake. Wowee. The hammer editor for the source engine. Ah, that's true. You know more about such things than I do. The only game modding I've ever tried to do was, late in college, I tried to make some custom game models for Unreal Tournament. I think it was Unreal Tournament 2004? Either 2003 or 2004, probably 2004. And I made character models for the Cybernetic Ghost of Christmas Past from the future from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Rabot, also from Aqua Teen, Mechazawa from Arty High, and then there's a fourth one. I forgot who it was. But I couldn't quite figure out how to get things working. I was able to get the Rabot to load in, but I must have broken the ragdoll because if the player avatar ever died, the game crashed. Some would take this as an impetus to get good. I took that as an impetus to do something else. Want to take a break? If this is a natural stopping point, it is about time for me to take a break, Nerdzilla, but I don't know how much longer this goes.
This time from GameSpot.com.
This bit is quite long. Then I'm going to interrupt our dear narrator and take a break. So, yeah. All right, gonna get up, stretch, do that thing, and you should do the same when we come back. More trip down memory lane. Ta-ta! I'm back. Ow. Iocus, thank you for the customary greeting. Yes, Mallory, I just heard you raid in. I was doing a BRB. Oh, God. And luckily, it was just about time for that to end. Mallory, how are you with... Order of operations. I've done this before, I swear. Oh, God. Ow. Thank you. I needed that. Oh, God. Ow. Are you trying to break my eyes again? Okay. Thank you. I needed that. I needed that concussion. Mallory, thank you for the raid. Thank you for sending folks my way. I understand if you need to raid and run, I totally understand. Do what you got to do. Ow. Otherwise, those of you raiding in with Mallory, thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous. If you would like to say hi, there's a redeem for that says, hi, I'm new. Those of you coming with Mallory, I am Rekajiro. Fuck, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm Rekajiro, Lava, Baboto, and Pummeister Extraordinary. I do variety gaming. I do Gunpla up to 9, playing Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe. Haha, so there. Ow. Bouncing up and staying on the screen amid the pommel. Yeah, you know, with rain or shine or potato barrage. You know what? Maybe I can take the hint. Or maybe I can't. But yes, tonight I am playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. We are going through some of the new content. Oh no. Oh no. My eyes broke. This happens when you all get too excited. Ow. Nope, that's not going to do it. I have to do it myself. Ow. Are we good? Aha, my eyes work. I'm literally watching Golden Wind. Golden Wind is real good. Golden Wind is real good. I'm waiting for them to come out with the other half of, well, not the other half. While I'm yapping for a second. I am waiting for them to finish up Steel Ball Run, because we watched the first part that came out on Netflix, but I would like some more. Okay, insane, that is one way to fix my broken eyes. But yes, Mallory, if you need to raid and run, do what you gotta do. Otherwise, we are going through the new content for Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And let's see, we've done... I don't know how far along we are in this, but we're just going to keep on going.
Oh, dear God, no!
Is both a
Who needs eyes?
stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games.
Rekka, you should know
and
by now
one
to not
of some of
touch
the most
Fuzzy.
Enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices.
I can touch all the Fuzzy I
I've
want.
ever
I don't get
confronted
drug
in a
tested
game.
at work.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't
Oh, God.
need new content.
Okay, bye.
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Ow. Oh, another door. Wait. Do I have to... The Serious Room, 2013. I remember playing the OG in the olden days. Case Troll, this is my first time playing Stanley Parable. Somehow I slept on this game for like 13 to 15 years, depending on when you start the clock. And during a recent charity drive, one of the rewards folks my community earned was to pick my next game, and this was tied with Doom 2016. So I thought I would go ahead and give it a whirl. And so far, I'm loving the hell out of it. I think we've done nearly, if not all, the endings in the base game, and so now we're doing the new stuff. Serious Room was another ending that sadly couldn't be included here. I feel like I heard... Let's see, would be triggered by enabling the source code engine and attempting to enter SV Cheats 1. Yeah, I heard one of the endings was disabled as a artifact of, or consequence of Ultra Deluxe. I last played the OG in January 17th, 2014. You were a freshman in high school. Wait, how does time work again? When was I a freshman in high school? It was a long time before 2014. We're going to leave it at that.
I'm old!
Stanley Parable is that show with all the gemstone ladies, right? Yeah, the giant woman, Stanley Parable. Why do I remember the line about the giant woman? Don't worry about it. Well, that means if you boot it up sometime soon, you'll get that 10-year achievement. Yeah, I was just about to mention that, Sky. Yeah, there is literally an achievement for if you don't boot the game up for 10 years. No, the only way to go is this way.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
The memory
What's
zone.
this? What's down here?
A drink machine? $1.25. Wait, a drink machine that takes actual quarters? I mean, I guess some of them still do. I don't know. Every vending machine I've eaten at, I've purchased from for like in a while, just takes credit cards now. And now I just remembered the old Coca-Cola machine at the pool club where I grew up. In the neighborhood where I grew up. Good times. So anyway, now we're in Metal Garden.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Narrator, I got bad news for you. Why does this look like Half-Life? Don't worry about it. Every vending machine I've eaten at, vending machines are now considered restaurants. I mean, my own dumb phrasing aside, you know, what is DoorDash if not a very elaborate vending machine? This game isn't quite up my alley, but I played something similar-ish and ended up beating it in one sitting. I like games that kind of fuck with, like, player narrative and all that. And some would say, like, this is our quote-unquote a walking simulator, but it's just fun, goofy. I love it. 14 years. That's almost a year. I'll just wait 9 more years. Wait, math. 12 years. Shit. Numbers are hard. Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating.
I wonder if this is
than
really the
entertaining.
username of somebody.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I
Probably
suppose I can
is.
write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I believe it was cat on my desk. There is, in fact, a cat on my desk. Okay, come on, kitty. Start headbutting the microphone. Yep, that's one. Bonk! Yep. Hey, cat. You know those $29 I owe now? 28 are yours. It hasn't even been that long since the charity drive. That's fine. I know, Nerdzilla. I know. Thank you for keeping me honest. Bonk! Hi, kitty. Now she's smacking my face. At least you're good about taking your medication. We've had to change up Kitty's medication because she is very old. Kitty demands food and attention. She has been hopping on my desk wanting food all day, and I've given her food every time. Which I suppose is good that her appetite is strong. Nope, nope, don't go that way. That's the microphone.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Not really.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I wouldn't call
You
it
can't know
terse.
how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Narrator, you are just fine. Don't change a
What
thing.
an awful memory.
Okay,
to
the
have
cat
to
has
hold
left the
on to.
desk.
These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
The narrator is doing a great job. Let's show support for the narrator. One's in chat if you like the narrator. Riku out here literally training Kitty to hop on desk for food. Look, it's less training the cat to hop on the desk for food and more just acknowledgement of once she wants food, she will not stop until she gets food. Six, eight, the word one, W-O-N, 8. A whole lot of 8s. Do streamers not know how numbers work? Is that a thing? Because I know nobody knows how many months are in a year. Pickled fish? I've never had pickled herring. Z. Or sorry, Z.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanation.
One day you'll look at our 8s and laugh.
I wish there was a
Q.
skip button.
Another Q.
A skip
Third.
button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
I don't
If
want
I'm
a skip
truly
button.
Too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Huh?
Only
What are we doing?
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes,
Okay.
a skip button we shall have.
The customer is not always right, narrator. The customer is always an ass. Look, there are 13 months in a year. I get 2 paychecks a month, and I get 26 paychecks, so that means 13 months. I mean, that is how math works, isn't it, Liminality? My God.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant dronings... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of
love
course,
choice in video
I happen to
games.
believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever
we
made
push it again,
is
chat?
simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating
No.
a choice
Okay, we're not
you've
gonna push
already
it.
made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time
He said.
a monument to every
Never mind.
person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet
Stop
timeless
it.
thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things.
I
at
wanna hear him
once,
out, but
that you are
also
both making choices and
we do
not
have a
making
button.
choices, and that they are both affecting. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine
Want to leave?
that after seeing this exciting new technology...
Quit it.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through...
Oh,
is
no, now the
becoming
door is
longer and
gone.
Longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable.
Oh,
by
damn,
any
now we
means,
got
but
an ad
it's-
break.
Well, there's really only
We
so
don't,
much I
actually.
can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that you not...
Oh, you know what, Guardian? Why not? Everybody
has
hydrate.
been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did
Thank you for the
door
hydrate.
go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here
Yeah, it was
before.
right here, and now
How
it's gone.
else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take
Totally
anything,
normal
so
wall?
All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times.
Maybe
And
if we
there's
keep hitting
no
the skip
door,
button, the
Stanley.
walls will
There's
crumble
no
around
door.
us.
There's just you and the... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Lights
You're
are
back.
missing. Oh, I didn't
my
notice that.
Goodness. I have someone to talk to.
Oh, hey, the
again.
plant is dead.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak
Now I
to.
feel guilty.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that
Wait, there's
it's
something. Is there
exactly
something on the back
same
of this
as always?
wall? There's something glowing.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
This reminds me of the
Just
Futurama
talking.
episodes where they keep
It
going
isn't,
forward in
Stanley.
time.
It isn't the same at all.
I
It
don't
isn't
quite
even
remember
close,
that one.
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Too
I
bad.
need-
Oh, now there's nothing. There's no lights.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
Frickin'
sat
year?
down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed
Hello, Kitty.
opportunities. I felt
Kitty's been
nothing
tapping
at
my
all
shoulder
but
this whole
regret
time.
for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced. My
Hooray,
entire
existential
life.
breakdown.
All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust.
I might actually just, like,
simultaneously.
leave the game on and
I
feed the
was
cat real
consumed
quick.
by it. I
Is that
could
something I
nothing
should
but
do,
wallow
chat?
in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far
Wait,
less.
let me go grab
You
the
see,
food bowl
it
real
was a
quick. 1 second.
revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I had
Okay, I have the
squabbled
food
over
bowl.
for so long.
If I hold it up
There
for
could
Kitty,
be
will she
no
eat?
one ending, no singular outcome of events. Not if all events
Nope,
existed
she wants
in the
something
same
else.
moment.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna let the narrator cook.
Freed.
BRB.
I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
All right, what'd I miss? Let's see. Narrator stream now. He finished. Oh shit, is he done? He just finished. Oh my. Well, I have food. I have food for the cat, and now she's not interested. If only I'll raise $1,000 for charity, I would have eaten this right now. Oh well, going to waste, I guess. Okay, let's continue the game. Button. You still take a little taste for the bit. No, 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 no. I have standards. Oh. No narration. All right, let's do it again. So I know there's a loud beeping right now. With my tinnitus, I can barely hear that. Potato. Trying to find the source of that beeping. I don't think it's... Is it the clock? No? I think it is the button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much. They said,
Oh, God.
he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability.
Okay, hold up, I have to go pick up the kitty.
Unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely.
Okay,
anyone
good.
can
Now
be
I'm holding the
manipulated.
food up
So
for the
here's what
cat,
we get. We
and
get
she is in fact
demands that
eating.
seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, "Oh, there should be a skip button. You should be."
Bro
able
left
to
the room and
freeze
started
down
ranting in the
place
car on the way to
while the
Walmart
narrator
and
sits
back.
there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it.
Not exactly
And
one-to-one,
then,
but
because it
the
was
one
said,
time I
because it
watched
was
Star
spoken,
Wars The Force
now it
Awakens,
simply
I
has
was
to
watching it with
happen.
somebody who
The most immediate
afterwards
desires.
trapped me in the
Every
car
single
for
thing
half an hour to
demanded by
complain
every
about
person at
stuff.
every moment in time. If
It was
someone
not a good
wants it, then it's a
conversation.
crime not to
Okay. Oh, now the button's available. Button.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
What?
the end, is never the
Oh, the roof is leaking. Are we gonna get horror gamed? I kind of hope not, because I'm holding up a bowl of food for my kitty, and if I get startled, that's gonna end badly for the kitty. Oh. No horror here. Okay, I appreciate the heads up, Nordilla. I didn't think there was. Or would be. Wonder how long we've been in this room. Oh, pretty. Sunlight. Can we leave? The light! The light! Can I climb? Nope. Button. Oh, pretty. Greenery. Suddenly, Portal 2. Oh. Oops, apocalypse. Okay, Kitty ate some food. I can now get back to my desk as normal. Suddenly, Fallout. Well, I mean, Stanley Parable is every game. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, wait, can we... Is it over? What about you, Skippy? Whoa. Suddenly Dune. Wowee. we... Wait a second. Oh, never mind. I was trying to make sense of the geometry, but then, you know, don't worry about it. It's fine. Dune, Mad Max, Arizona. Why choose? Awaiting input. Oh, do we always just have access to that ending now? You've already done that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
the-
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
The end
find
is
a
never the
trace of
end,
his
is never the end,
co-workers.
is never the end. These computer screens are worrying me. What the? New content? Ooh. I do like neon.
Oh, good. You notice my sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Well, now what? Suddenly, Half-Life. Stand life. Full life. Consequences.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out.
This game was
to be.
originally a Half-Life
The
2 mod.
original Stanley Parable was a landmark.
Oh, yep, yes, it
Any new
was.
Content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one
Oh.
step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh. Fancy.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience,
computer.
built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
Ace
been
the
asking
sequel.
for.
Fancy.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
Stanley the
It
Parable 2,
screams
the second
progress
one.
and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Taste the sequel. In my entire lifetime, I've only known of one soda that got an actual sequel. I forgot that Coke 2 was a thing. And it flopped. Yes, oh god, it legendarily flopped. When did Coke 2 come out? Let me look this up real quick. Because I know it came out 2004, 2007. Oh, I'm thinking Coke... Wait, are there multiple Coke 2s? Okay, wait, I was sorry. We need to interrupt stream for this because this is important. Okay. Yeah, Sky, I was thinking New Coke, which is a thing that was around when I was alive at some point. Don't worry about that. And yeah, like, I knew this was a thing, but I don't have any specific memory of it. However, apparently, there was a Coca-Cola C2. I do not remember this. Does anybody remember this? Huh? Oh, I see. It was supposed to be half sugar, half cola. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. Ran from 2004 to 2007. I wonder if they really did just do like mix Coca-Cola and Diet Coke 50-50. That would be the cheap way, the easy way to do it. I have no memory of this. Anyway, learn something new every day. Fun fact, if you go to the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia, they have a giant tasting room of like all the different Coca-Cola beverages. Maybe not every single one, but a lot of them. And it can actually be kind of fun to go through there and try different sodas from across the world. The most infamous one, I believe, is an Italian soda called Beverly. And when I was a kid, it was the most vile substance I'd ever put in my mouth. I went back as an adult and tried the Beverly again, and like I didn't like it, but it wasn't as like gut-wrenchingly awful as I remembered. Maybe it's because I knew what to expect, or maybe like your taste buds change over time.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down
I do
what
not enjoy
exactly the
sodas.
Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's
I used to
take
drink a
look at
lot
some
more
of the
soda.
features I've been
Creature has
developing
kind of
for
helped
it.
me wean off of
I
it.
figure
I'll buy
that
like a
if I can
2-liter
use
every
the
once in a while and just, you know,
handful of
satisfy that
interesting
particular
concepts,
dark passenger.
but
But it's no
surely
longer
the
something
game
I
will
feel
sort
like
of
I,
naturally
air quote,
spring up
have to
around
get
them.
on my normal
It'll
grocery
all work
runs.
itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than
Carbonation
anything
screws with me.
scientific or
That's fair.
logical, really.
Now we do drink a lot of seltzer water. I do like the fizzy. The hurting means it's working. Drum, design, pitch, break, pitch design, number 2 that. Who took the red marker? It was me! Love them. Wait, the prequel to the Stanley Terrible... Stanley Terrible. Well, I screwed that up. I have to go through the rope and everything. Oh my god, I really hope somebody on, like, all the bad reviews on Steam, I hope, I wish, I pray against, I pray as fervently as I've prayed for anything else in the past 5 minutes. I really hope somebody titled their negative review, The Stanley Terrible.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Wow.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition
The road
to
to the
game is
perfect
this
button.
which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wowee. Name. Hear yours today. Everybody's got one. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Try it here. I don't know what to expect here. There is a non-zero chance that it might say my actual real name. Press it. Okay.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have
What an
you
amazing
role-play as
feature.
Jim to really simulate the full experience
My name is
of
Jim
this
now.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Thank you for watching
Okay, here we go. Let's take
twitch.tv/Jim.
a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are.
Go to
simply
YouTube and watch
become
my
a
shorts at
person named Jim. I want
youtube.com/@Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim.
Follow me on
falling
Blue
in
Sky
love
at
and being heartbroken as
jim.bluesky.social.
Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If
I
so,
guess
then
so.
please step forward and press the button.
Jim@jim.jim. All right. I'm Jim.
Yes, you see.
I'm Jim.
What a thrill,
I'm
what a
Jim.
rush.
I'm
That was
Jim.
you.
I'm
The button
Jim.
described you. Do it again. Do it again.
I feel so validated.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable, it would still be worth the money.
Skylarka, thank you for gifting Jim a subscription to my channel.
This personal validation.
Wait, but I'm Jim. So did you just gift me a subscription to my own channel? Is that... I don't know, I need to ask the button.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
Skylarka,
Otherwise,
thank you
soon
for
you'll
spending
start
your
to lose
actual
all
money
sense
on the
of who
bit. I salute
actually
you.
are.
Wait, no. Are we no longer Jim? That's okay. Jim will live on in our hearts. God, what if Jim shows up and is like, what the hell is this? Jim? Are you here, Jim? Now I'm self-conscious. I wonder if you could press it while I was going down.
Named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
I missed the window on that, I guess.
Actually saved me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh, no, wait, no. Not the epilogue. We're not doing that yet. Please, no screenshots. A whole new office with a truly nightmarish carpet. Red is the new orange. Whoa, the ray tracing update. More of the same, but in a good way. By hitting the screenshot key, I'm curious. It's F12, right? Anyone else hearing that buzzing? Well, the screenshot button is not working. I'm not getting a notification. The baby is all grown up. How can the baby be grown up? We burned it. This baby roasted in fire. What about hitting print screen? That will probably work. No, it doesn't work. Wait. Okay, we can do that. Here, wait. Let me save that for later. Okay, let me go and get that stored for later. Ah! Got a screenshot. Sounded like an electrical interference button. It sounds like what used to happen if you kept a cell phone next to a speaker. I genuinely thought that was my phone next to a PC. Yeah, exactly, Sky. I don't think that's a thing they do anymore, but they certainly used to. Jump circle, infinite hole. Ooh, collectibles. I'm excited for the Stanley Parable too. Q, free achievement. Where's the achievement? New, free, and easy. Free, new, and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. I remember being able to hear a call coming through my speakers before my ringtone went off. Yeah, I did the same thing. It's Stanley. Get it here. Get the Chivo. John Stanley Parable. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. No more steps. It just works. Did Todd Howard have something to do with this?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I'm excited.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right
Oh.
now, the achievement is still fully broken.
Mother.
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
Cock tease.
we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
That's how they get you. They tease you with the Chivo. And then you don't get the Chivo. Got him, the narrator.
What else?
Yes,
What
I have been
other
got.
haven't we seen yet?
This over here. Can you find them? Oh, collectibles. Collectible them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't
Hooray!
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I never bother with like big collectathons in video games for precisely this reason. Oh my god, is this Dark Souls? This is something out of Dark Souls right here. Or Hannibal. You ever watch the TV show Hannibal? Absolutely fantastic, not for the faint of heart. Wow. Stanley looks worried. Wowee!
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, what else do we got? We've got the infinite hole. And there's a jump circle. Okay, that's the infinite hole. Looking for the jump circle. Oh, the jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
My greed sickens me. Okay, let's go check out the infinite hole. Please, no screenshots. What is this? Is this the epilogue again? We'll come back to that in a minute. I don't know what this means. Rim, the depth is infinite, the surrounding area.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
This feels like a trap. What the? Oh, I thought the ceiling closed in for a second. You know, part of me is like jumping into an infinite hole that leads to nowhere is probably a bad idea. On the other hand, I supported the Baltimore Crabs during Blaseball, and a crab never forget he hole. So, Geronimo!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One
Wow,
of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Press G to return to the surface. Now we'll wait here for a moment.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely
Portal 2 reference, just an idle conversation while falling.
It isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Yeah, it is fun to set up an infinite,
That sort of depends on
infinite
your
portal
definition
in
of
Portal 2.
infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Bonk.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
Hooray.
found me out, Stanley.
Bunch of
I'm
cigarette
an
butts.
cheat and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here.
I
when
called
you're
your
ready.
bluff, Magic Man. Alright, fine, we'll go back up.
Great.
Whee!
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. Excuse me? Hole. More hole. Can we do that here on Twitch? I was wondering what happens if you fall in again. Well.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
There is nothing I can say in this situation, is there?
An infinite hole right there goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all.
Colonoscopy
Not
simulator.
No. You have a weird sort of...
Ow.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
Stanley
I didn't
loves
think it was
holes.
that not infinite. Well, I suppose
Stanley doesn't
once again,
like
there's nothing to do
holes.
here. If you
Stanley
decide you've had enough of the
loves
hole, you can hit
holes.
the teleport button and come join me up above.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Nope, want to do it
I
again.
really do have so much more. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Whee!
If this starts to become a thing where...
Wow. Okay. Yes.
Are we gonna lose our hole
starting to become
privileges?
Extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Look, any hole in a storm.
Who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I'm here to enjoy this hole. Oh no, the teleport button doesn't work.
Teleport button not working? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just still nothing.
Narrator.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Oh no.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
Oh my god, no, he's leaving. There is one solution. Fucking bails. Have I made a mistake here, chat? Huh? What's that sound? Huh? Hmm? Went out of the hole. What? Hey, the hole is descending again. Wowee. What a thrill. Oh wait, wrong game, sorry. This is amazing. Yeah, I love this music. F, change your perspective. I'm not saying that out loud, Nerdzilla. Oh. Whoa! Whoa, Dutch angle! Oh my god, fix that UV seam. What's wrong with your neck? Fix that UV seam. Change your perception. What are we doing here? Change your reality. Okay, let's change our reality. Whoa! What the? Puppies! Change yourself. Chat, I'm kind of scared. Not of the puppies, but just what are we doing here? We're no longer Stanley. Now we're upside down.
Stanley? Stanley?
Oh, hey, narrator.
Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off.
Some kind of weird fever
drifting
dream.
away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused
What was
on the
Stanley
hole?
on and where do we get it?
From the looks
Man,
of
I kind of
things,
want some
You
too.
and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Doodle Pip? Is that one of those Britishisms? Wait, are we doing it? Is it happening again? Oh, oh, thank God. Oh my freaking God, thank God. Okay.
Here
Second,
we are.
thank God.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah, puppy reality was pretty good. I like that reality. That was a good reality. Office decorations, the reassurance bucket. What else is there to do? I know the bucket is important. Oh wow, the coffee cup has the staircase in it. Fancy.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
Balloons.
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh, we gotta do get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Something, 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 the illusion of choice. I feel like I have contributed
actually,
to the office decoration.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. Okay, we did the most... Okay, they renamed it. The Mostly Infinite Hole. Fine, it ended. Now, as long as we saw the whole thing... Bucket time, yes! All I know is that there's... Oh, God! There is... Oh, God. Amen. There is a bucket. Let us find the
A
bucket.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on
It's
to
my
the
emotional
bucket,
support
the
bucket.
many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come
Oh, and
to
it's
long for the
galvanized.
gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest,
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you
Brutally
imagine what a
honest
pain in
game
the
dev
ass that would
methods.
be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Can I grab the bucket?
Can you feel it?
I feel the power of the bucket.
Even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I
Bucket!
say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Charisma.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
How we doing,
benefits of the
chat?
bucket seem to go
Wink.
on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
The Riz bucket. Wait. I'm keeping the bucket. You can't take this away from me, narrator.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They
It
should.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
Bucket full of Riz. You know, that comes dangerously close to something that I decidedly do not want a full bucket of. I'll tell you when you're older. Yes, Piz. Let's go with that, Nerdzilla. Do not want a bucket full of Piz. Cheese Whiz, Chizkin, Piz, Ritz. A bucket full of Ritz crackers? That's okay, Nerdzilla. This is a bit. Problem with a bucket full of Ritz crackers is like your mouth would dry out something awful. I think we've seen everything there is to see. Bucket full of biz. Bucket full of bees. Okay, we did the jump circle. We did the mostly infinite hole. We did the new free and easy achievement. Oh, here's the map. Okay. Settings World Champion. We haven't done Settings World Champion. We did the bucket, the decorations, collectibles, infinite hole, epilogue. We have not done the epilogue, and we haven't done the World Settings Champion. Oh, it's through this way. Wait. Oh, wait, no, this is the decorations. Where's the settings champion? We're also missing 5 possibly non-existent collectibles. I don't think there are 5 other Stanley statues. Up there, that's new. The settings champion up there? Go through the epilogue stairwell. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Oh, here we go. Settings World Champion. That's new. I'm gonna go in the new thing. Oh, this is the epilogue stairwell.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, no epilogue for me. Okay, let's go to World Settings Champion. Then I think we're well and truly done. Wowee. Settings World Champion. Hey! Eh. Okay, no World Champion for me. It's only open if you have the achievement by this name. Oh, yeah, I don't have that. I do not have the settings champion. Wait, how long would that take to do? Oh, that would take a while. Involves setting everything in the settings to every possible value. Nope, not doing that. I'm gonna find that one on YouTube, my friend. Yeah, let's not. Nope, not gonna do that. I respect everyone's time way more than that.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think
Ready
so.
to move on now?
Yeah, sure. Oh, somebody left a bag here. Something about this banner reminds me of, like, Alan Wake and Severance. Please, no screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I'm
Yes, I know
excited.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
All right. It's basically the same.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
I love
And I
gags.
do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Tell that to Family Guy.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it.
Did we really
I
have
can take the
gameplay
original
here?
Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Whoa! My God, Chad. He did it. He made the second one. Also, this hallway reminds me of Nier Automata. Well, let's begin the game. Actually, you know what? Let's not begin the game because I need to get up and take a stretch break. When we come back, the Stanley Parable 2, apparently. The Stanley Parable, apparently 2. Okay, I need to get away for a minute. Be right back. Why is this thing hovering in midair? Is this a quantum canister? Hey, you think it'll hurt me if I shoot it? No! Phantom gas. Ah, yes, phantom gas. Silent but deadly. Wait a minute. Not that it mattered, but does anyone want a Victory Airline meal?
Throw it into the volcano.
I offer this to you, Vulcan.
The fucking delivery of that line. Jesus.
It got I offered it to the volcano. The volcano said, "Nah, I'm good."
Holy sh**.
And I'm back. All right, let me put the cat food bowl where Kitty can get it. Look at the intro video for a bit before you skip it. Okay. All right, hitting the button. I am back. All right, here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked
Hey, there's
for a company
balloons
in a
now.
big building where he was employee number
Wowee.
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I'm glad they
Orders
maintained
came to him
continuity.
through a monitor on his
That's it?
desk,
Okay.
telling him
Skipping. We've got balloons now.
all of his co-workers were
Hooray.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do we not get to keep the emotional support bucket? I know it's part of some new mechanics. Was this rope barrier always here? I guess it was.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Bucket!
Why was he not doing it?
Oh, there's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! The bucket acts as a modifier for your existing endings. Yes, I know it. That part I knew.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, we didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh, the lounge is not where we're going, buddy.
It was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
The bucket of light.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, we didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
The bucket
Go
is
there.
talking
Go
to
the
us.
cargo lift.
Oh, somebody let a balloon up in the warehouse. Mr. Bucket, will you protect me? Yes, Wrecker, I'll protect you. Okay.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might
Oh.
lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
The Thelma and Louise ending. Glorious.
All
Okay.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed
Bucket.
over him.
Okay, so I believe the first ending I naturally got was the apartment ending. So why don't we do the apartment ending with the
Stanley
bucket?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket.
I'm not going to
calling
redo
him,
all the endings. I'm
telling
going to play
him
through a
that
few
the
more.
employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I'm going to play through a few of them just to see
And
what
here it
happens
was.
because, oh
Had
my
the
god,
bucket
this game
turned
is
out to be
amazing.
correct? Was
I've had a
no,
really good time
never
playing this.
mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to... Good.
Said the bucket.
I'll
Ow!
ride the lift all the way to
Vic,
the top.
good to see
There's
you.
something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
Just
not
in time
question
to
why or how this bucket was
Enjoy the
steamed.
company of our emotional
It
support
should have
bucket.
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes, bucket. Bucket friend.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Not that dark. Okay, this room is dark.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay. My life with a bucket.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
What?
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
But the bucket is my friend. Look at the lovely apartment we share. This is a story about a man and his bucket. See, we had portraits made. Where's the bucket? Nope, wait, we got pails. That's not a bucket. Kettle is not a bucket. Bucket, where are you? Where are you, bucket? Where is it? Oh, on the couch. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press X to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
Oh, that
Whatever
attitude.
Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Okay. Bucket. Press P to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
There's the bucket. Press H to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen
No.
to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It
But-
doesn't do anything else.
But if we're just containers of liquids, then it can take me anywhere. I can do anything as long as I have my bucket, friend. Don't listen to the loud man. Press H for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press G to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Sorry, chat.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From
That's
now
okay,
on,
Chad. I'll
he's
always
just
listen to
gonna
you.
Cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to
Very
it.
shiny bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Bucket. Press B to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
And what more do
Why
you
I
need
feel
in
some need
life?
to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket.
Press T to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going
The
on?
narrator
Why do I
wants
want
to
be with
the bucket.
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome
oh
situation.
my. Bucket. Bucket, I don't know what to say. Yes, I will marry you, Bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
What
Give it
the-
to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Bucket. Bucket the bucket.
Go back to work, Stanley.
But bucket. There's one more ending unlock you can get without the bucket, though there is also the bucket modifier I would start without. Okay, yeah, what would that be?
All of his
I wasn't aware of any
gone.
new endings becoming
What could it
available
mean?
after doing
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
all
missed
that.
a memo.
Okay. One more ending unlock you can get without the bucket. Pick up the balloon? Nope. It's just before the cargo lift. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
New
lounge
ending.
first.
And again, I have not looked at a flowchart for Ultra
The
Deluxe.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, do we still go into the cargo area? Yes. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Here. Okay, we are just before the cargo lift. Got anything to do with these boxes? Oh! Hold on. Chat, do you see it? We got the collectible!
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Hooray! Oh, okay. We don't have to fall to our death. Hooray! Oh, what the?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Uh-oh,
we broke the narrator.
The office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it
all
seemed
these
the office
tapes.
had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed
The narrator is just a tape player?
so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
We overwrite him?
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
Ah, dang.
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Okay, so what happens? Wait a second. Figurine Finders Committee. Ooh. I found a figurine.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Do you want to do the bucket version of that ending?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Perhaps he had simply missed a The
confusion
bucket.
and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was
This is a
simply
very
the
silly
place to
game.
be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
It's a walking
Don't go to the
visual
meeting
novel.
room.
I mean,
go somewhere else. The cargo
in a manner of
lift, yes.
speaking, this
Go
is a
there.
this is a
Go to
walking
the cargo
simulator.
lift.
Which I know that term got thrown around a lot as sort of a derogatory term, but like some of those experiences are really, really good. This is a lot of fun. Oh, guess we already have the Chiva, the collectible. All right, bucket. Whee! Well. Whoop. Uh-oh.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
252. Wait, evidence?
Feels real anymore.
That tape has a label, label on that says evidence number 252.
The less sense anything makes.
Bucket percent, and we're listening to
Euphoria
cassette
I feel
tapes.
Every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Stanley voice reveal.
Emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
Keystro, I didn't make that
Doesn't
connection.
Make sense. There's no explanation for it.
I'm bad at picking up
Still
things, except
Haven't
buckets.
figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
But I guess really buckets are all you need.
Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
Put it on your head.
I can monetize it.
Monetize the bucket.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just
No,
an
this bucket is a
hour
sacred bond.
with the
You do not do
bucket.
that.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get...
Uh-oh.
What's that? Who's there?
Are we... So Cthulhu wants the bucket. I mean, not that I can blame him. Well, okay then. Hey, why don't we do the freedom ending with the bucket?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
Bucket.
With the bucket in his arms,
Company
again,
meets
he
the
was
outside
home.
world.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Oh, wait a
tightly
second.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. We'll do freedom ending with the bucket. There will be a reward for finding them all. Inside of a sequel exhibit, stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue near a fireplace. Private but smelly place for an important person. Oh, I know. Okay, I know where number 6 is. It's in the executive bathroom. Shit. I was just gonna screw around, chat, but we could find all of them. It says there will be a reward. Okay. Number 6 is where we're going anyway. All right.
Coming to a staircase,
Probably at the there's
Stanley
one at
and
the bottom of the
bucket
stairs, but
walked
that'll lock us
upstairs
into
to
a
the
different
boss's
ending.
office.
Let's get... Aha!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What
I got
about
one.
mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands.
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Glorious. Okay, let's go ahead and do the modified freedom ending. Oh wait, fireplace. There's a fireplace right here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and
Is there another
guiding
statue
light
around
pierce
here?
the
I doubt they
dark
would put two on
clouds
the
of
same
confusion
walkthrough.
and chaos. It would be with him always.
Yeah, whatever.
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh yeah.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
The
him?
bucket knows all.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Aha, we got
The
one!
name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small
Figley.
number in the corner of your screen go up by one?
Now I kind of want a
37.
figure of these guys.
I'm
Did
sure
they ever
it will
sell
come
them?
to me.
Probably not. Okay. Let's go down and do the freedom ending. I think I know where to get the place that is both red and blue statues.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
And there's more than one
It would be
staircase,
all
so I'm not
Stanley could
totally
do to
sure
keep
about that
himself
one.
Together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
By the by, it is a sheer coincidence that so much of my streaming lately is bucket focused, because I didn't know that Stanley Parable had a bucket before I started playing it. And completely separated from that, let alone I didn't know that when I was first designing the character for the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles playthrough. I saw the avatar builder in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles had a little guy, and the little guy had the option of putting a bucket on his head. What else would you choose?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen
Stanley
anything
Parable
like
knows
this,
buckets bring
and it
joy.
very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently.
I mean, we all know from
reassuring
Homestar Runner that buckets are amazing. If you had to replace one of your hands with the bucket, you'd be alright. You could wash the cheat, dump oatmeal on stuff, drop the occasional beat
Was
and
the
or
bucket
rhythm.
under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
Yes,
His
we
one
are all
friend in the entire
individuals.
world. At
Yes,
this
we can
point,
all
he
think
could
for
trust
ourselves.
No one, except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. And the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Man, the bucket is so cool. I feel like the bucket needs sunglasses.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Wait a second. Mind control system. Okay, there's nothing of consequence. Shut down the system, man.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
This is different.
Was it over? Yes, they had done it.
Huh.
Stanley
This is
and the
not that
bucket
different.
had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them
awfully
wanted
specific.
to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
Huh?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was
The door's
Stanley and
supposed to
the bucket
open.
not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Bucket around and find out. And that's how Stanley and the bucket died. I'm sorry, just like this whole thing with the bucket to modify every ending with all new narration and like new cutscenes. This is the work of a madman, and I'm so glad they did this.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Okay.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket
I think I know where to get to the place that is both red and green. Or red and blue. This is incredible, right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay, now if I recall, if we jump off of the cargo lift,
No.
not to our desk, but onto the catwalk on the side, we'll eventually get to doors that are red and blue, and that's where we can find a figurine.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Right,
It
and
should
a
have
one,
alarmed him,
and a
of course,
two,
because
and
buckets can't talk. But
wee.
Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken
A
to
talking
him, and he
bucket? Well, I mean, they
unthinkingly
have
did
talking
whatever
cats.
the bucket asked.
We are off script. We have gone
No,
rogue.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley,
Mother-
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Okay.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
But I want to go that way. I guess we can't go that way. What the? I'm sorry. Just I don't know what to say to this.
Now then, I'm going to run you through
And there
some
was much
scenarios,
rejoicing.
And you'll tell me whether or not
Sorry, I'm
the thing
cracking up
showing
right
you
now.
is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not.
I have a new
bucket.
favorite game show.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Oh, I like this music. Like kind of James Bondy. Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Eh.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I know what you're trying to do, game. I'm committing to the bit. If it looks like a bucket, I will not question it at all
Item 3.
and think it's a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
Hey, we got
This is
one.
a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Well, at this point, we really have to ask ourselves, what is a bucket? Because it would contain, like, if we're defining a bucket by the earlier definition of a cylindrical object that will contain liquids, the cylinder is really kind of superfluous to it, but it will contain liquids. And if we're humans and we're full of liquids, then this tractor could contain a human, ergo, it's a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, it's a bucket.
An enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw
It has
up?
multiple liquids that holds multiple liquids.
Incredible.
Exactly.
Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
Yes, we've been here. We've done this already. Ow.
Correct. This is a bucket.
See? Sorry, I meant chambers. No, I understood what you meant.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Asshole. I pride myself in my ability to identify buckets.
Hold on, I can't find the next one.
It's a bucket.
It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
I mean... nothing is a bucket. Yes, I will ponder this while I drink water from my cylindrical bucket. Thank you for the hydrate, Redeemed Guardian. Okay, so really what we need to do is need to look at the old philosophical experiment, the bucketological argument. If buckets are good, the universe is better for having a bucket rather than not having a bucket. Ergo, yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Hooray, philosophy.
All sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
No, the
I
bucket
can't
can
have
hold
that.
us
I'm
both.
sorry, but I'm
There's
going
enough
to
room. It's a
erase
bucket.
all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay.
Bucky.
Here we go.
Don't leave me, Bucky.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yeah,
How
because
did
you took
everything
away the
disappear?
bucket.
Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
But my
this is
corporeal form
wonderful
is gone.
news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And
Thank
we'll
you.
know that it's all a bucket.
But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Boy. I don't know what I expected, but a whole existential theorem on what is and isn't a bucket.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I don't know. Actually, I did kind of expect that to go with the
The
bucket.
good old bucket. Just
Bucket.
Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket
Okay.
tightly to his chest. And
So let's see. We've
entered
done the
dawn
freedom ending
flat.
with the bucket. I cannot do the red and blue door with the bucket. Wait a minute. I could do the red and blue door without the bucket and get the figurine. There is one thing I want to check we can do with the bucket. Okay, stairs, something to do with stairs. There is a staircase. Broom closet? Well, let's do the broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom
I was
closet.
joking.
That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
I didn't know how
Supposed
hard they were going to
deal
go
with
on
the
this whole
cleaning
bucket thing when I
supplies.
titled this stream.
Stanley, don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure
I'm
that the
impressed.
broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into
Bucket and me are
name-calling now, it
inseparable.
seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults
Bucket
simply in
foresight.
order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the
But
same
wait, the
sort
broom
of
closet
kinship
is a
towards
bucket.
any inanimate object
My
which
God,
comes to
Sky,
lay
you're
your
right.
path in an
You can hold
even
liquids in
partially
here.
Enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley.
See, it's even got a
Lay
it's got a
it.
mop
Really
bucket of
tell
its
the
own.
broom
This
closet
is my
off with
bucket.
demeaning
Hey,
comments. Expand on
you've
the
got a
wide
bucket.
variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them.
Flood the
point
broom
by
closet.
point.
Yeah, I'm sure
Share
that'll go
your
great with all this
journey
electrical
into
work in
detailing
here.
the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Also, Sky, you can appreciate this. They did not do a very good job taping up the drywall in here. Like, I know it's an unfinished closet and all that, but you need to put like a lot more mud
I've
and
got
feather
you
it out.
something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom
Aha!
closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning
we get to keep this
supplies
sticker?
and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Haha.
All right,
This is
I've got
my
a second
bucket.
sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is
Oh.
also a bucket.
Bucketception.
If you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Please tell me they have merch for this game, because I want a bucket sticker. Wait, I can... Wait. Okay, chat, we can go
You know what?
deeper.
I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet
Wait a
is
second.
just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay, sorry. I just realized I can get a little toy bucket, a sticker of a bucket, and I can have my Buc-ee's plushie holding a bucket with a sticker of a bucket on it. This is a thing that can happen, chat. Where would I even get a tiny little bucket like that? Because like, it's not an actual like, useful bucket if it's that small. Legos, okay. I'm gonna write this down as a stupid idea. Get a tiny bucket and put a sticker of a bucket on the tiny bucket and have your Buc-ee's plushie hold the tiny bucket with a sticker of a bucket on it. Okay, I've typed this out for later. Have you been keeping up with the Lego scandal with bricks and minifigs? I have only heard little bits and pieces. I don't really know what's going on with that. Something about, like someone had like a valuable collection of Legos that was just like freaking stolen. Could the Buc-ee's plushie holding the tiny bucket with the sticker of a bucket on it be posed sitting in a bucket? What if I put the Buc-ee's plushie in the bucket? Okay, step 1, find a tiny bucket. Step 2, find a sticker of a bucket. Perhaps a bucket with a sticker of a bucket on it. Oh man, how deep does this bucket hole go? Because we've already established that holes are not in fact infinite. My God.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Aha!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. You'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Put it next to a wooden pail with not a bucket sticker on it. Oh man, do I? Ah, dang it. I had a friend who has like a little sticker printer, like a Cry-Cut machine, but unfortunately I think they got rid of it. Damn. Leave the last figurine for the next stream because what comes after lasts a while. Oh, there's more. You know, I guess we could play through more of the bucket endings. Okay, you know what? All right, Nerdzilla, you have piqued my curiosity. This was going to be I was only going to do a second stream of Stanley Parable, but I think what I'll do is maybe for next week, maybe for next Monday, I might do like 1 hour of Stanley Parable just for the figurine nonsense and one or two more silly endings and then kind of capstone with the figurine ending. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. But let's go ahead and play out this ending at least.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Wait, is there no...
And then something occurred.
Is there no
to
bucket
Stanley.
modifier here?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his
Oh, wait, no, there's still a
Am
bucket
I
variant.
Crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close. He had felt none
yeah,
its
a couple of these
familiar
endings do
reassurance and
have some
and that's when Stanley
couple of
realized
like disturbing
this
themes on them.
isn't
Like
my
this
bucket.
ending
It's just a
is sort of a, well, not a
normal
rip, but it does
everyday
portray
someone
mental
else's
illness.
bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with
So there
someone
are
else's
content warnings in
bucket?
this game,
This
but
is
I think those are the
all
only
terribly
two.
wrong. Surely no
Well,
good would
there's
come
that
from
and there's
it.
also
Who
one about
knows what
self-harm.
sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence
Oh no,
of
the
his
bucket's
bucket.
gone.
And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Bucket's gone,
Now
chat.
he felt himself floating off the ground.
Whee!
Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it.
Where's my
Far
bucket?
off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
My bucket.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed
Bucket.
forward from room to room,
Bucket,
passing
no.
by one
Where's my
bucket
bucket?
after the next. None of them were his. None of them
Where's my
were
bucket?
his special bucket.
Gotta have my bucket.
Stanley, find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
The real bucket was the friends we made along the way.
Agony and blacked out.
Boink.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular
I'm
day,
glad she has her own
was
emotional
interrupted
support
by
bucket.
The body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing.
I'm going to have to write down
all
which
his
endings
actions
I've done
and how
with the bucket
everything
and make
is
sure I don't do them
predetermined
next
and
week.
Free will is an illusion, and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How
Stanley
cruel
ate a whole bucket.
Mariella thought.
Wait a minute.
She hugged her own bucket even
Sky.
tighter. But of course, she had
A
no time
bread
for this.
bowl
There
is a
were
bucket you
myriad
can
of
eat.
confusing problems she would soon have to go
Whoa.
through work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity.
I can't remember the last time I had a bread
Heck
bowl.
yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
All the way to work? Damn. That's some leg strength. Okay. Wait a minute. This office layout is completely different. Yeah, I can't even do one backflip, let alone backflip all the way to work. I mean, never mind that I work from home, so all the way to work is 2 rooms over. Open the door on the left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Welcome to the
Stanley
whiteboard
decided to go to
ending.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know, this might be the last ending we do tonight, chat. Exclusive to this office variation. Dog mode. We have dogs. Exclusive to this office variation.
Where are we going today?
We still have the
asked.
stickers.
Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Anywhere we click, it barks like a dog. Is that the whiteboard ending, or do we do the normal, the air quote normal thing after that, or like is there another element to it? That's it. Okay. Well, the important thing is we have dog mode, and our bucket is our very good bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Okay.
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nerdzilla, you know what? You have been a very helpful friend during this whole process. I will allow you to choose the last ending we do tonight. I'm going to give you 2 choices. With bucket, unplug the phone, or maintenance elevator. You're going to sleep? Good night, good night. We're going to wrap up soon, Keystro. Confusion ending the maintenance section. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, I was not planning on doing a 3rd stream of Stanley Parable. I'm not going to redo all the endings on stream, probably. But I definitely want to get the last figurine, so I'll probably pick this up next Monday night.
This was not.
Thanks for hanging out. Good to have you around.
But Stanley
Confusion
had felt
ending the
bucket
maintenance
calling
section.
to him,
All right.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to them, and so the 2 of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
And down we go.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about
Oh
you
no,
very
it's the
much.
intervention.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom
Remember the
Closet.
Adventure Line?
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the
Can't the Adventure Line?
go
Can't we do the
somewhere
Adventure
new.
Line with
Yes,
the bucket?
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Closet? Okay, I guess nothing's gonna happen in there. Alright, well, let's do the Adventure Line again. Whee!
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes?
Okay, hand to God. I want to find that music track for the Adventure Line, and I want that to be my alarm clock.
From the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want
I think
to
they also
do
use that song
you're
for the
going to
trailer.
have
I need to
give
look that up,
something
Liminality. Wait, is he gonna make us give away the bucket? Don't make me do that, narrator. I need my bucket. My emotional support bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No, we don't.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
I don't like
True,
this.
It also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I don't want to do this.
What the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
No, I don't want to do this.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
And can I jump into the machine? Insert bucket
Now
to
listen
destroy.
me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I thought it was a
Sure, I
fully
can
fleshed
hear
out
you
character.
saying, how does a character with only one person...
Give it the bucket. What if I don't? I don't want to give it the bucket. Although you get to choose the ending. If you say give it the bucket, give it the bucket. Okay, fine.
To join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters. Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so
It won't let me do it.
with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have
I'm trying to give it the bucket.
We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
I just couldn't bear to let go.
The Bucket Destroyer.
Wait, are we in Halo?
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
07's in chat for the Bucket
Time that
Destroyer.
You were here. You were magnificent.
Bucket Destroyer, I salute you. All right. Yep. I need to wrap up. Kitty's about to hop on the desk again and cost me more money. Yep. Yeah, that's one.
Bonk!
That's counting as one. Okay, Cat, I am impressed because somehow you just knocked the noise filter off of my microphone. How did you do that? How did you do that? Okay, one moment. All right, well... All right, that's where we're gonna wrap up. So yeah, I wasn't intending to do a third stream of Stanley Parable, but why not? There's at least a couple of things I want to see. I definitely want to get the last figurine and maybe play a couple more of the endings. So I think what I'll do is for next Monday's stream, I think it's Monday. Anyway, yeah, I'll play Stanley Parable again next week, and I'll probably do it for part of a stream and then move on to something else. But yeah, so that's where I'm going to wrap up for tonight. My next stream is going to be Thursday, 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And we are starting Doom 2016. I have played the game before. It's been a while. I've been meaning to replay it. And it's one of those y'all voted in for what to play next. So please look forward to it. I need to get the fuck to bed. Yes, Nerdzilla, you do need to get the fuck to bed. I know it's hella late where you are. And I appreciate you hanging out and helping guide me through this very, very bizarre, very fun game. All right, let me go and get the raids set up. Who are we raiding out to? Okay, taking a quick glance at who's on. Okay, we're gonna raid into Vicky Sanctus, who is currently playing Chrono Trigger. So, speaking of time loop, continuity, something or other, there's a connection there, don't worry about it. Oh, somehow I got caps lock turned on. When did that happen? Boom. All right, there are your raid messages. Y'all know the drill. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. This game is very silly. There's a lot more to explore. I recommend picking it up if you want a silly, fun time. And we'll do more with it later. And I never know how to end streams, so I'm just going to stop now. Bye.